The Buffalo Bills are going to Baltimore to take on the Ravens. But guess what? The Buffalo Bills are favored by 3 points. Bills coming off a loss. Baltimore coming off a win. Justin, who you leaning to? Your boy Josh Allen?
Yeah, I'm gonna do it again. I'm gonna do it again. I'm gonna roll with Josh Allen. I initially had the Bills starting the season undefeated for quite a while, so Miami kind of shocked me a bit. But yeah, I'm gonna roll with Buffalo. Brandon, you've been very critical on the Ravens' pass defense, and this is probably one of the best passers in the game, one of the best receiving cores in the game. The greatest, I think it's the best duo, quarterback receiver duo in football at the moment. Uh, I think Buffalo comes in there and puts up points big time. I see this game. I see the Ravens also scoring too, but not quite enough to win this ball game. I got the Bills winning 38-33.
33. All right. I mean, I got to bring up that this game there's a bunch of injuries. I mean, it looks like Jordan Phillips is not going to play Sunday for the Bills. Dawson Knox is limited with a foot. You got Micah Hyde. He's on the injured IR. He's, I think, out for the season now. Um, this is first four. So next week they look like they're getting Tre'Davious White back, but they're not going to have him this week. Jordan Poyer, he missed last week. Hopefully he plays this week. Dealing with a lot of injuries. Same with the Ravens side. They got a lot of injuries. So with that being said, it's in Baltimore. I think Lamar is playing at an extremely high level. The
MVP.
coaching is the coaching is they're both really good head coaches. I would give the edge to John Harbaugh. It's close, but I'm gonna give it to Baltimore. I'm gonna take Baltimore. I'm gonna say 31-28 Baltimore. I think it's gonna be a very close game. I think they're gonna put up some points.
You want to know what this game has the makings to be?
Game of the year?
Bills Ravens has the makings to be an absolute shootout. You look at both secondaries, especially Buffalo. Dane Jackson's coming back from a neck injury. That Monday Night Football scare is so scary. I'm happy for the Pittsburgh alumni. He's back out there on the practice field. Limited participant. Jordan Poyer's back out there as well with his foot, and Ed Oliver with his ankle as well. So those are some of the limited participants. This team signed Xavier Rhodes. That is how weak they are. Benford, the 6th-round pick, who's been starting for them, he had the hand, which I missed last week. I mean, the Bills' secondary is absolutely torn to shreds. And you look at what Lamar Jackson has done through 3 weeks, there's no signs he's not going to continue putting up these MVP-type numbers. And at the end of the day, the storyline here that's so exciting is the top 2 quarterbacks in the 2018 NFL draft that worked their tails off to reach an MVP level. When they came into the league, they were maybe the 2 most raw quarterbacks out of that class. And to see the work that they've done in the 5 years since, it speaks volumes to the luck those 2 franchises had and taking them in the draft and them paying out. I mean, both teams did the necessary things for them to develop to reach this point. But now I think it's up to those 2 quarterbacks. And when you put it between Josh Allen and Lamar Jackson, I'm going to give the nod to Josh. I think coming off their loss last week, this team, they're going to be on the road again, but it's not like playing at Hard Rock Stadium. I'm expecting them to pick up where they left off with Josh Allen taking the keys ahead of Lamar Jackson in the MVP race. So Bills 38-34.
So okay, all right, yeah, 38-34. All right, yeah, you got a big shootout. Yeah, I have this is a freaking interesting game. It's real close. I mean, the Bills' defense is beat up in the back end and starting to get injuries in the front end too now. Baltimore's pass defense, has just not shown up for the last 19 games. Like I've told you guys, they're dead last in pass defense last 20 games, I think it is now. It Yeah, this has the makings to be a shootout. Justin, did you give your final score? Did you think it's gonna be
Yeah, I said 38 Buffalo, Baltimore 33.
38-33? All right, so you guys got it pretty close. Okay.
And one thing, Brendan, that you were worried about, Lamar got sacked 4 times last week. This
Yeah.
week, Ronnie Stanley, full participant, first time this year. Getting him back is nice, but this offensive line lacks chemistry, and to protect this guy, Lamar, in the pocket, they're going to need some improvement on that part.
Yeah, Von Miller's gonna have to have another big game. He's gonna have to show up.
You know,
Go
no,
ahead.
my
No,
As he
no,
usually
go
does
ahead.
in big games.
Yeah.
The
Go ahead, Justin.
Baltimore defense gave up 321 pass yards to Mac Jones and the very non-explosive Patriots offense last week. So there's not too many teams that I know, when I see Josh Allen throw for 400 yards and I only see 19 points as a result, that's just an outlier. That's not going to happen all the time. So like John, I think they're going to they're going to throw the ball, man. And Josh Allen might have 3-4 touchdowns to show for it.
You want to know the weird thing when I look at the Bills? Brandon, you talk about how they didn't commit to running the football with Brian Dable. With Ken Dorsey, there is more of a commitment that we didn't see enough of last week, where they want to open up the passing game, but not being so constant in throwing the football. And I think finding that balance for Buffalo late in the year is critical. If you can't run the football and you're doing it 6-7 times total in the playoffs, excluding Josh Allen's rushing attempts, you're setting yourself, you're going to be behind the 8 ball, because any team in cold weather is going to need to run it at a high level. So you could see now in September that is a priority for them. I hope against this Ravens defense, we can see them running at least 15 times, because James Cook, his speed out of the second round can make a big difference in that running back room.
I had this another fun little stat that I didn't send you guys because I wanted to be a little surprised and shocked, and I wanted to hear you guys' reactions when I told you this. So John has it 38-34. Justin has it 38-33. If my math serves me correct, that is a 1-score game, correct? So close game. Okay. So I'm going to hit you with this, right? Worst record in 1-score games for the last 2 seasons, including playoffs. You got the Panthers, who are 3-8, the Lions, who are 2-8-1, the Texans, who are 0-6-1, and the worst team, the Buffalo Bills, at 0-7. Don't shrug your shoulders like that's not an issue. That doesn't. Little concerning. The last 2 seasons in 1-score games, your boy, the MVP, and his Buffalo Bills, goose egg, 0-7. They can't win close games. They beat up on other teams, which is fine. But not every game is going to be a blowout. When you get to the playoffs, it's not going to be against our Patriots. You're not going to face offensively challenged, as John says, teams like that. You're going to face Kansas City that can go punch for punch with you, that's more experienced, that has a better head coach. You're going to go against these teams. So you guys aren't going to sit there and tell me that stat I just gave you isn't concerning. They're worse than the Texans.
Let's have that conversation again when Tre'Davious White and the defense is healthy.
This is last 2 seasons.
Tre'Davious White wasn't playing last season.
2 seasons.
That's fine.
So not just this season, last season and the year before.
And I guarantee you that if I went back to a couple of those games, I wish you had the exact game so we could look at the stats and what caused that team to lose. But I guarantee you it wasn't Josh Allen throwing the game away.
I didn't say I said Josh Allen led Buffalo Bills teams. Well, okay, let's go back to last week. Was it not Josh Allen's fault? Did he not miss a wide open receiver that he skipped the pass to? Easy pass. The MVP didn't make the play? He didn't make the play?
MVPs lose games sometimes too.
No,
Brandon,
not lose games. He didn't make the play.
When he dropped back 70 times and throw the ball 63 times, that can happen.
And who wait, my hand's up. Who was the one saying that all before the season started? Who was saying that's a problem? Who said it? This guy, right? Didn't I say that? Run the ball. It's a close game. Why are you dropping back to pass 63 times?
You're
Why?
100% correct.
That's not. Again, that doesn't lead to longevity, which is I'm talking about. But
There's that commitment to running the football. It's kind of the Bills'
yeah,
biggest
well, they
weakness.
need to fix that. They need to fix that. 0-7.